Excuse me, and let me count another stop, boy. We've come too far now. For you to see we flop. Yeah, what? They were there when I got locked, making sure that my pocket's flat. Left me feeling like a lonely child, walking out on life. Boy, there was no sympathy. Nobody never cared about we, no. How could we stay strong when everything we do was wrong? They left me stranded all day, so I cried in the rain, so no one else could see my pain. They left me stranded all day, yeah. Yes, I cried in the rain, so no one else could see my pain. Separation has made me strong, 'cause everywhere I turn, I didn't belong. Got no friends in high places, with no smile on their faces. Got myself wanted. Them cop friends said dead, but better alive. Just because I sneeze, swear they got me on my knees. They left me stranded, and yes, I cried in the rain, so no one else could see my pain. Not my tears, they left me stranded. Yes, I cried in the rain, no one else could see my pain. Thought they had me then, yeah. Thought they stopped me then, yeah. Thought they'd break me then, okay. Yeah. Please, but look at them now. Swear they had me then, think again. Swear they break me then, think again. Them swear them done me then, boy. But where are they now? When them left me stranded, what I hit. So I cried in the rain, so no one else can't see my pain. They left me stranded. Yes, I cried in the rain, so no one else could see my pain. Listen this. Serious example for a guy who feel like he want to fight down the next man. Yeah, the next brethren or next musician. Just remember.
Hey, Ann Corinne, how's it going?
Time,
Top 5 this evening, trust me.
Watch your manners. Yes. These dogs might be sweating, but long hair covers it. Sometimes we play in the rain to hide with tears. We not show fear. They left me stranded for death, so I cried in the rain, so no one else could see my pain.
Got a great vibe for y'all today, man. Wagwan Camille, how's it going? So good to see ya. Lincoln, what's good? What's good? What's good? Toronto's in the building. Clyde, what's going on? Much greetings, much greetings. So good to see ya. Brooklyn's representing to the fullest. Jackie's representing for London. What's going on, Jackie? How you doing?
Won't get vulnerable, yeah. Feels better when we get miserable. We're not gonna show no tears. We have to survive.
Suzanne Sultry, ladies and gentlemen, this one is called Never Love This Way Again. We got a vibe for you today, trust me. Take a minute to share the link, tell your friends to tell their friends. It's gonna be awesome.
You looked inside my fantasies and made each one come true. Something no one else had ever found a way to do. I've kept the memories one by one since you took me in, and I know I'll never love this way again. I know I'll never love this way again, so I'll keep holding on before the good is gone. I know I'll never love.
Hey, Mitch, how's it going?
Again.
Where's a Manchester representing?
Hold
Cool, no man.
on.
It's a nice and rainy South Florida evening. Dina, how you doing? Locking in with us from work. I appreciate you big time. Trust me, I do.
You see, a fool will lose tomorrow, reaching back for yesterday. I won't turn my head in sorrow if you should go away. I'll stand here and remember just how good it's been. And I know I'll never love this way again. And I know I'll never love this way again. So I'll keep holding on, yes, before the good is gone. I know I'll never love this way again. Hold on, hold
Pearly May, how are you?
on,
So good to see you.
hold on. I know I'll never love this way again, so I'll keep holding on before the good is gone. I know I'll never love this way again. Hold on.
Got a special guest joining us tonight, man. Special guest to the building. It's gonna be a vibe, trust me. Dope songstress.
I will never
Singer, songwriter, doing it well.
hold on before
Slide another one in. All right, let's do this, ladies and gentlemen. Christy Montague.
tell me what is wrong with me. Every time she comes around, keeps me wanting more. Is it your smile? Or is it your charm? Is it the way she touches me? Or the way she speaks? But I don't know. I'm just going.
Be safe out there, Dina. Be safe. Hey, Julianne, how's it going? Thanks for joining the party. I appreciate you, all right?
So contagious. And your love's infectious. So contagious. She gives you more than a fever. More than a fever. So contagious. And your love's infectious. Yes, it is. So contagious. She gives you more than a fever. Oh, baby, just listen to me. It's the way you are that seduces me. Anytime you're there, can't control myself. Just make your command, 'cause I'm under your spell. And baby, I'm going where rivers flow. You rise on my shoulders, the reason there's no letting go. So contagious, boy, your love's infectious. It's infectious, baby. So contagious, more than a fever. More than a fever. So contagious, your love's infectious. It's infectious, baby. So contagious, more than a fever. Tell me what is wrong with me. Every time she comes around, keeps me wanting more. Is it your smile? Or is it your charm? Is it the way she touches me? Or the way she speaks? But I don't know. I'm just going where the rivers flow. Her eyes on my shoulders, the reason there's no letting go. So contagious, and your love's infectious. So contagious, yeah.
Give thanks, all the calls, all the messages. Beverly, how's it going?
Let me know.
Jump in the archives right about now. Jumping in the archives, ladies and gentlemen. Althea Hewitt.
Let me know when I feel what I feel. Sometimes it's hard to tell you so.
Your mother, you're crazy. Come on now. Come on. From the Tippy. It's one of my favorites from the artist. Trust me, she got a whole dope catalog that I love, but we getting in, all right? One at a time, baby, one at a time. Look at the massive crew watching on YouTube, Jamaicans.com, and Homegrown with G. Cole, all right? See the colors behind me? It's that time.
Sometimes it's hard to tell you so. You may not be in the mood.
Hey, Rebecca.
To learn what to think, you know. There are times when I find you want to keep yourself from me. When I don't have the strength, I'm just a mirror
Blessings, Barley.
of what I see.
Guess what?
At your best, you are love. You're a positive, motivating force within my life. Should you ever feel the need to wonder why?
This is our part, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go.
Let me know. Let me know.
Get in on it, man. Come on. Sing the chorus with us. It bud. What up, Hope? Hello, world.
Let me know. Let me know. Oh, babe.
Cause enough things out there, no? Catalog bad.
Open my eyes this morning, know that I am blessed. I wanna dance, yes, I wanna sing, cause my heart is overflowing with the joy, love, and happiness. There is so much things to say. I'm a believe, yeah. Sun's up, birds singing, people walking by, happy smiling. Sometimes in life we rise and fall, crazy time. There's no time to waste to be living in the past. The future's here, every day. Use your mind and your heart. I'm gonna be stronger. I'm a fighter, reaching higher to where I've never been before. I'm gonna be stronger. I'm a fighter. I'll make my stand, so here I am because I am number one. Yeah. Music is life and life is love. One love, one destiny. We can change our world by forgiving, sweet harmony. I know you're scared of what you see. Keep on pushing, yeah. Life is what you make it.
There's low curve.
Sing a song, I'm gonna be stronger.
Wait, Camille, her range is awesome. Not true.
Reaching higher to where I've never been before.
Thank you so much, Hepburn. Appreciate you.
I'll make my stand, so here I am because I am
for real, Rebecca. My.
open my eyes this morning, I know that I am blessed. I wanna dance, yes, I wanna
I'm just saying, baby. Ooh, of the things, all right? We dropping the thing.
Holding back the years, thinking of the fear I've had so long. When somebody hears, listen to the fear that's gone. Strangled by the wishes of better, hoping for the arms of nature.
Camille.
Get to me the sooner or later. I'll keep holding on.
I'm just saying, baby. When the music shot, we got to pull it from the top, all right? All of the best, baby, all of the best, all right?
Holding back the years, thinking of the fear I've had so long. When somebody hears, listen to the fear that's gone. Strangled by the wishes of better, hoping for the arms of nature. Get to me the sooner or later. I'll keep holding on. I'll keep holding on. Holding back the years.
This is when you want to sing J Code, legal businessman. Pan, po.
I me say this a protege, homegrown with G Cole, what you say, we make them know what reggae music we a play, this is Protege, the one and only representing for G Cole, you know. Check it, ease out.
And we say them not got no style like we. G Cole, them not got no style like we. None of them no wicked, no wild like we. Accurate, Kabaka Pyramid representing for the number one selector and radio host. It's all about G Cole. Keep it locked. Accurate.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl Kalia. I'm hanging out with your boy G Cole on the Homegrown Show.
Yes. Welcome one and all. It is Homegrown with G Cole coming to the Massive Crew live right now. Got to pick up everybody watching in on Jamaicans.com. Everybody watching in on homegrownwithgcole.com. Everybody from near and from far. All right. Appreciate y'all big time, man. I really do. All right. We got a massive watching on YouTube also. Appreciate you. All right. As always, we got to lodge up some folks. I'm going to start out by doing that. All of my nurses, right? My doctors, my paramedics, my first responders, my firefighters. Everybody, all the healthcare professionals, everybody on the front lines doing it for us, putting it in the work, putting yourselves on the line. I appreciate you. I know the Massive Crew appreciates you big time too. So thank you. And for everybody watching from across the globe, I know there's a lot of things you could be doing right about now, but you're hanging out with us. I appreciate it. All right. I appreciate it big time. What up, Shelly? We got a great show for you tonight. There's some songs you hear me play from time to time. My disclaimer all the time is I'm not a DJ, so I have the luxury of not having to conform, do whatever I want. So whenever we get those dope tunes that rings in my headphones, then I can bring you that. You know what I mean? We go in doing things the way we do it. So for that reason, you know, when we're on radio, they let us go rogue. They allow us to do what we do, and I dig it. That way I could bring you the real deal, not what radio says. Hey, This is what we got to do. So I appreciate you big time. And you know what I mean? I've been bumping to some nice songs from some nice artists from what they, you know what I mean? And of course, what I'm listening to, you're listening to. You've heard me talk about Althea Hewitt. As a matter of fact, for those people who follow the morning show on the radio, you heard her on there one morning with me, just vibing out. Love our energy, love our spirit, love our vibe. I mean, I tell you, no lie. And the tune them, you know what I mean? I know some people with some dope spirits and some dope vibes, you know what I mean? It stops right there. You know what I'm saying? But you got a couple of people got the dope spirit, the dope vibe, and they got the dope tunes and the dope catalog. We're talking about Miss Althea Hewitt. You know what I'm saying? So we got vibes for you. We got vibes for you. We got vibes for you. And for the 1 or 2 or 3 people like, which one you talking about? Man, if you just hopped on, you done missed out on a lot. You done missed out on a lot. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? We got more for you. Like I said, catalog is immense. It's obese. It's out there. You know what I'm saying? It turn up. In the words of the youth, it turn up. How turn up? Lord, Lord, Lord. Lord, Lord, Lord. You know what I mean? That's how the thing's set up. Mish, large up the teachers too. All right. All my Uber drivers, all the courier people that, you know what I mean, from delivering the packages. Shoot. I'm supposed to get a package. I hope it's at my door right now so I can keep bigging y'all up. All right. But thank you for everything. Post office workers, everybody, man. I appreciate y'all. All right. All the other truck drivers that make sure that the thing get from point A to point B. Without y'all, this thing stops. I appreciate you. All right. Big up radio. Big up everybody that tunes in on a daily. All the entities of radio that allow this music, this culture to permeate the airwaves. You know what I mean? We get a lot of struggles out there with the world getting the chance to hear this reggae music. So for all those radio stations that allow us to do this, thank you. All right. What am I saying? Thank you. Okay. Beverly, thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Again, tonight's guest, I'm going to squeeze off a piece of the thing because, you know, just a little piece, though. You know what I mean? Just a little piece. And we got to get this convo going. I'm excited. I know you're excited, too. All right? And we're making a connection. Give thanks for this technology, man. We're making a connection. We're going to make it happen for you. And just so semi-selfish, I'm going to give you a couple bars. That's it. All right? Anything else? Oh, no. What to tell you?
Can rescue me. This is my prayer.
Y'all rocking with me.
If you were mine.
Thank you, Beverly. I appreciate you. What up, Denise?
If you were mine, I wouldn't want to go to heaven. Cherish the day. I won't go astray. I won't be afraid. You won't catch me running. You're ruling the way that I move.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. You know what? Let me do my switch ups. All right, we got to. Let me do it. Let me do it. Let's go. Althea, wagwan.
I'm Iron Man. That's what I said. You know, that term never dies, because as soon as you are on stage touring anywhere in the world, you know, the man and the Iron Man and wagwan, and, you know, big up to everybody around the world. Like, greetings. It is a pleasure to be on your program, Gregory.
Pleasure is mine. The pleasure is indeed mine. And just got to big up again everybody across the globe logging in right now. They hear the music, and it's just a joy to bring sometimes the name to the face to the sound, and just bridge that gap. So thanks again for rocking out with us.
Oh, you're welcome. You know you're welcome.
So we got to catch up. Last time we spoke, last time you were on, we're talking about the album Stronger, which I love, right? And I'm a project person. I love the singles and all them things, but I love projects, and I get the impression that you've got some things cooking. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get into that because I know you're in the kitchen. You're in the kitchen. I splashed that image earlier, and you know, for the masses who are coming on a little late, you know what I'm saying? We're talking about the power in love. So we're gonna get into that. But even before we get into that, times right now, energy, it's universal. It's not a Jamaica thing, it's not a US thing or so forth. We got COVID-19, or hopefully it's getting in our rearview mirror right about now. How has that been affecting energy and efforts for artists such as yourself?
Well, I must say that the COVID fatigue thing, yeah, sometimes I just don't feel like to do nothing.
It real.
And you know, with the lockdowns and the curfew that we have in here in Jamaica, sort of dampen your mood a little bit and your spirit, but you know, you try to find things to do and occupy yourself, and you know, just get busy in the meantime. I have a little 1 or 2 jobs that come in that I do harmonies and stuff. But apart from that, I keep recording new stuff. I keep hearing new songs, and I just try to keep relevant as much as I can.
I love it.
You know?
I love it. And I see as the time has been progressing, you know, I see you've been doing your work, dropping some stuff. For some people, you know, they see it's a glass half empty, half full kind of a vibe, where some people will always find the best in a moment and the sunshine is always around the corner, rather than being down about anything. Would you say that it's impacted your creative juices in a positive way, or at least not even the juices only, but the opportunity and the space to create?
You know, I was talking to somebody the other day, and I was saying to them, this, if you look at it, it is more an advantage as far as I can see, because a lot of things that we never used to take into consideration, like the flu, it's a flu season. Nobody not catching a flu anymore. We're wearing masks, and it's blocking a lot of stuff. I trouble with sinusitis, and trust me, I'm giving thanks, because when that thing ready to lock down your voice, it's hallelujah. You have to go on when you go on stage. So me kind of happy that the mask thing, the whole wash your hand and relearning how to keep clean, all them things. So you know, I for me, I think it's an advantage more than a disadvantage right now.
Right. I dig that. And as a result, and I know, you know, the stages have been closed. People losing their minds when it comes to these curfew things and whatever. The stages have been closed. But I see the rehearsal stuff going on. I see you putting in that stuff. How eager are you to hit that stage again?
You know, because of COVID, I have to hold myself back and say, we have to watch the protocols, watch what the government said, watch the international markets, watch what's happening. I was talking to Richard Stevens, and you know, he's working on some shows to go away, and he's like, oh, you know, he's watching this thing because, you know, it can break out, it can go down, it can go up. So it's iffy, bad. So sometimes when you have that urge and you feel like, yeah, Lord Jesus, from this the stage, I'm a one up on stage, I'm a one, I'm sing in front of the audience and jump up around the paddock like idiot. No. Me take a step back and say, see them injections, them down here, so not coming so fast.
Right.
In Jamaica, it is very slow. If I was up there, I would have get it already. But they here, so this look like a December thing. So me don't know.
Gotta do what we gotta do.
I just calm. This time I'm just patient. That's all.
I love that. Power in love, right? I'm just gonna say that. Talk to me a little bit about what's going on with power in love.
You know, earlier when he was bigging up the teachers and the nurses and the frontline workers, all the postal people, they've been working through all of this, the TV people, the people that's putting out all the efforts online, radio, all over, trying to get to the news, trying to get to the music out there. And wow, you know, I was going through last year recording a lot of songs between 2019 to 2020. And Power in Love was one of them, and we released it. And I said, no, man, when I talked to the producer, Coyote Records, he said, no, man, we have to do a video. And I said, yeah, definitely, because that song here is really strong, and, you know, it can connect to those who have lost someone during this time. So many people, you know, falling out of relationships,
right,
divorcing. So many things are happening. And as I see the whole violence in Jamaica and killing of daughters, and which that's another topic. We don't want to go in, that's something there. So
right.
I'm just saying, love is still important. Love still exists. And if we believe strongly enough and have faith in love, we can change a lot of things.
Right.
And use love as our, like a focus, like a guide, you know, share a smile, share a, you know, a little message, something to make somebody feel happier. You can't hug nobody. I mean, if you're close enough to them, yes, but send a hug, you know, anything, send a little picture thing, a little gifting, and, you know, over the internet, just to make people know that they're still loved, because you know that some people are still in the hospital.
Yeah.
Some of their relatives, they can't go inside there to be close and holding hands and hugging and all these wonderful things that they're so used to back in 2000 and when it feels
like forever, right? It feels like forever.
Talking on video screens, or if it's not video screens, you know, you have to send a message through the nurse or the doctor to say, you know, I love you. But we still need to think on these things and ponder on these things seriously, because that is the one thing that keeps us together. Right. You know, keeps the that deep, emotional, passionate, that little icky, you know, that little icky something there going. Yeah, so we still need to share that so people feel good.
Yeah.
And feel like they're still alive.
Right.
You know, so that's where How I Love was coming from. And it would have a little bit of touch of the fact that the whole Black Lives Matter thing, and my God, so much things are happening right now. It's just this killing thing of Black men and women in the States. I don't know much about the UK, but anywhere else, as a matter of fact, well, maybe back in China and those places, that, you know, the racism kind of turn up a little bit.
Yeah.
As but we still have to refer to love. We still have to refer, but we don't love. If we can't love ourselves, we can't love nobody else. And I think that's a problem. We're seeing color. You can't see color. Color doesn't matter. Color is not a thing to look at, because it don't bear no. I mean, where you gonna love about my color? You have to know me to love me. You can't just look at me and just hate me. So, no, it don't work out. I don't believe in such things. People must go back into this and think. Use this and this, your heart. This is functioning quite well while you're alive. Use it.
I love that. You know what I dig about, especially as we hear music coming out, because music is being made and people always complain about the negative music and whatever. Good music is being made, and just like you say a while ago, there's bad stuff happening, but there's good stuff happening too. People do love. We just talk a lot about the ills and the negatives and stuff like that. What I love about the topic of love, you know, Althea, is that it's not just romantic love. You know what I mean? You have your agape love, your brotherly love, you know what I'm saying? Just love for your fellow man, love for the Almighty. It comes in so many different ways and so many different packages. And I realize that that's what you're covering, not just with even power and love, but listen to your body, your work, your catalog over the years is a love-based formula. You know what I'm saying? But it stems from every angle, not any one form of love. When you listen to the radio, cruising around and so forth, are you feeling the same? Like we're kind of lacking that, not just on the airwaves, but in our dance halls, buying CDs, whatever. Are you feeling like we're lacking that right now, or you feel like that equilibrium is there?
The equilibrium is not there. People are focusing on their Hiram Skirum and all over the place, because people are trying to gather themselves. They try to focus. They don't even know. Some people don't even know them head from them foot.
Wow.
Because there's so many things that are happening around them. So it is hard to pull it together, and keep a straight meds, as I would have said, very hard.
Mm-hmm.
But you have some people who before the times was saving on them, and them are management them little savings. You have those who don't have none.
Yep.
So
Yep.
you have bits, bobs all over the place. I tried, find a way out.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the others in between. I tried balance the thing, the go, I don't know where the food I come from next week. And I don't know if I'm going in our house next week. So it's a whole heap. So people, even with the radio and everything, I'm thinking a lot of people have this amount of focus nowadays. It's kind of small. So you need to get out there and putting out your music and people listening and all of that. Sometimes I'm really concerned about people worldwide, because what happened right I say now, it'll happen in everywhere else, and probably and more worse.
Yep.
So nobody have the time for you listen or don't read no music nor nothing, or them just try to survive.
It's amazing you mentioned that, because that's one thing. I even heard Tanya Steven talk about it on IG and a couple of other people where, we always talk about the safety part of it and, stay home, stay with your family, stay indoors. But that's us taking it for granted that everybody has an indoor to be and everybody has a basket of food and everybody has security at home. You know what I mean? Some people's being outside is probably why they're alive to this day. So you telling them, hey, let's stay indoors and stuff. It doesn't, while it's the right thing to do, it's just
Don't resonate,
resonate. A lot of people,
no.
And everybody reacted to see him. So true, so true, so true. Hey Sylvia, how's it going? The other thing I've noticed, is that we've become way more innovative, self-sustained in terms of the person who was just the artist now has a skill in digital marketing. You know what I mean? To be able to get themselves out there, in production, in mixing, in everything. So at the end of this, I mean, enough people work now. Come back, because the artists are not gonna be able to do it all. But like, you know what I'm saying? So how has this contributed to your being innovated, and what skills have you picked up over the past couple of months just from being at the crib?
You know what? Before this whole thing started, I wanted a studio for myself, and so I started building one and learning how to do the whole recording process. So I recorded most of the songs that you hear right now in my studio, which is right here. And I've been doing harmonies for people. I've been learning to mix and master my things, and I'm just learning. I still want to learn more. And as you say, rightfully so, you're inside. So there are other things that you're looking into and you're diving into and trying to learn this and that. And well, I don't say I'm gonna take away anybody's work, because there's of people out there who can mix and master stuff, and it's like, mwah. And I definitely look forward to giving people my stuff to mix. But it's good to know these things, and good to know what is happening in the background, because then you will appreciate it more. So that's a good thing for any artist out there. If you like me, you don't have to play an instrument, because I don't play an instrument really. Right. I just fiddle around. I can play the drums, I can play the keyboards. I would go on stage and they're trying to do it. I would do it in the studio.
Right. I feel you. I feel you. I know what that vibe's at. I say, let the big boys play.
So I appreciate, because I love hearing a good keyboardist play. I love hearing a good guitar. Oh my God. I love music so much, and I really appreciate those who do it and do it so professionally. And also they do it with a smile on their face. So they love the thing. So I like people like that in my space, and those who respect the music as much as I do. So as a matter of fact, big up to all of my harmony singers and the musicians that I'm working with currently. As you can go online, you can see I did a Valentine's Day show They were fabulous. I mean, the space was cool. I was happy.
I checked it out, and that's another thing too. I think is getting better for some folks. Is conveying the music, the energy, the passion, the performance on the virtual space, because you being there, and by there I mean proverbially you're in your space, somebody else is in theirs. Sending the message and the music over video is not necessarily always, we don't always execute. The one that I saw as the closest to perfection, I'm not sure if you saw it, more than likely, was that Beres Hammond concert.
Oh, come on now.
Talk to me about that one there. Talk to me about that one there.
He's my top of the top. I'm not number one fan. Oh, come on now. I mean,
you were checking out.
I want to go for him, but boy, with the age factor and the COVID and everything, that when just jump and run, I have to wait a little bit and give it some time. I try to send messages here and there, and I want to link up with him eventually, because we didn't start a song, but I like to finish a song there. Start friend of mine. Really good song. So
you embarrassed?
Long time we can dig it up and try and do that song because it's a wicked tune.
Nice. I look forward to hearing that one. That's another thing that I really, the way how you speak of artists like Beres or so forth, just the camaraderie and the energy and the gift that he shares with the younger artists, so to speak. You know what I mean? How important do you find that dynamic to where you sometimes you find the OGs and they're good at what they do, and I'm perfectly honest with you, there's a ton of OGs that don't really share that wealth when it comes to the talent and the stage and the space. Sometimes I'm just like, I love the works, but they don't have in their background an upcomer that's coming up, or somebody can say, we benefit from that. How important is it for the OGs, for the vets, for the successful artists to share their knowledge with the upcoming artists?
Very great. Can I tell you, the young ones coming up, especially now, is like they're living behind bars because of this COVID.
Wow.
It's kind of hard to get to them. It's better me tell them, say, listen, go out there, research, go online, find the artists, look them up, and try for getting at them space.
Right.
Because they have so much knowledge. Don't make them pass, get a little bit of that knowledge, and it helps with your growth as a young artist. That's what I did, because make sure some meet up with people as me need to ask them one ton of whole heap of questions, because I want to know and I want to learn, and that's what I've been doing in this business. So it's also good for them to give back. It's also very good for them. And I said I love Beres, the fact that him have even on the show, there was a young artist on it. I can't quite remember the name. Apart from, but he had a new, was it Popcorn? Oh, I think it was Popcorn.
Yeah, Popcorn was on with him.
Yeah. So a new song, which was really, really good. So, I mean, what we have left here now, I guess what we keep seeing is the Shaggy and the Sean Paul mostly. But we still have other people. It's just that the Jimmy Cliff, we still have people, It's just that them fly out and flying. So then, I guess with COVID, they can't really be flying around anywhere.
Right.
But them they are now, or wherever they are, you reach out to them, ask them a few questions. It would only help you.
Right.
Right. And as I said, in return, I think they should really reach out to, one or two artists and try, do what they do or do it or something, because this is a good time. We have a lot of time,
Oh, you mean?
COVID has slowed down so many things. We have a lot of time to look into things and get really deep with the music. Come up with several different multiple topics and take your time, because nobody knows gonna wear anytime soon.
Right. Take advantage of the listening ears and people being stationary right now. And we even see the world it's that turn already. People are out and about, but you still have, ears dialed in, hearts, eyes dialed in to soak in a message if you have one. But I really dig what you're saying in terms of not just the people that the upcomers benefiting, but you are so right where the OGs, they benefit a lot. And I remember talking to Marcy and a couple others.
Of course.
They do. It gives them energy.
Gregory, we never stop learning, you know. In the
Never.
interview I was doing, you always reach a plateau.
Yeah.
There's always a plateau you're going to reach. So you're going to be here, and then you go up to here, and then you stop right there, so you reach that one here. You still learn something more, and you say, right, you never know this. And then you gone up to this, and then you say, oh, but I didn't know this. And then you gone up to, listen, there is so much to learn in this business. Whether it want to be like vocally, or when somebody play a keyboard or a guitar, you hear a chord where you never hear before, you say, what? What is that? Tell me what that means. What is that chord? You know, so you can use it back again in another tune when you know. So,
yep.
You're always learning.
You never stop learning, never stop. And even for creatives such as yourself, an instance a couple months ago, maybe, and I mean, it's a battle that's been fought for a little while, but I guess came to a close the other day, was the cargo situation. You have something that's been going on from the beginning of time. It started out what I like to call the harder they come mentality, where the artist shows up with the talent and the creativity, producer, the big man show up with everything else, and all of a sudden, you know, what was supposed to be a collaboration, you walk out the studio and it's not. You know what I mean? It belongs to somebody else. Your intellectual property is left somewhere else, and you out the road with a 45 in your hand. I try to impress the crowd with that. Now we see, because I'm a victim of that myself, you know. My court case, I go come up, but talk to me a little bit about. I feel so inspired. I spoke to the artist and I let him know that, listen, you know, what you're doing, whether you realize it or not, it's opened up the eyes of so many, especially in our market, our genre, our sphere, that this is your property. This is your intellectual property. Go after it. No matter nobody tell you no. You know what I mean? Yeah. What are your thoughts on people, on that whole dynamic between production, artists, and intellectual property, especially as it relates to Jamaican reggae music?
Listen, let me tell you something. When I was doing Stronger, I made sure Boss and I signed a contract that stated half is mine, half is yours. Because my voice, your music. Right. Also, the fact that I can put it out without it being interrupted online, like a YouTube. You know, notice from the other day, I've been checking and stuff. You can't put certain music on Facebook or YouTube because it is blocked. Because you're infringing on copyright. Yep. So there's a way to get that removed. You have to get back to your contracts and all of these things. So when you do a song, you have to make sure that you have well, hopefully you're signed to an ASCAP or a JCAP or whatever cap that, you know, these royalties and publishing and everything. If you don't have a manager, I mean, go online, learn the business. As I say, ask questions, because then you will know what to do. You can't just, the other day somebody was trying for me to do a song I wrote like in 2016. On a rhythm that he said, and he was like, oh, I want you to, you know, produce the song. And I said, yeah, man, no problem. But, you know, this is how it works. Right. Then he's going to say, oh, I want to own 100%. I'm like,
yeah, buddy.
I'm like, yeah, buddy. You want me to say, listen, no. So listen, talk to my manager, because I am not explaining it the right way. So let me put you on to my manager, and that was that. Done. I'm not gonna waste my time on people who don't understand what they're doing. And your intellectual property is your intellectual property. You have to protect it, because that is gonna feed you down the line. It's one of the things that bring in your money when you don't have none, and you need things to, you know, take care of your health as you get older and all of these things. Sir and moms, you don't need to know, say, you don't need to protect your rights. All right.
Big up yourself, Peter, folks, for joining the program. You know, it's funny you mentioned that, you know, dealing with folks and whether or not they know the business and educate themselves. You know what I think a lot of times? I don't think it's that they don't know. I think they just have ill intent. You know what I mean? The agenda is there. When folks become, because here's something that and I keep repeating this like a broken record. I've watched some interviews of the artist talking and said something to me that was very, very profound. We know the struggle. Musicians, it's a struggle, right? Not just for the genre of reggae music, but all genres. And no matter how big the artist is also, because there's, like we talk about the plateau, there's going to be times when it just not click like they like it to. But he said something that I found profound, which was, if the music ain't selling, like they say it's not selling, right? How comes you can see a struggling artist? You see them all the time, right? It doesn't mean they weren't hot at one point. You see a struggling artist and you can see the struggle. It's evident. But how often do you see a struggling producer? The producer always look like him good. You know what I'm saying? The producer always look like everything is all right. So it makes me wonder, is it that they don't know? Or the truth is, they know something that you don't know.
Can I tell you something, Gregory? Can I tell you? That's another thing I need to check into, because the producers, they get their percentages, and you need to know who to go to and where to sign up to get the producers' royalties too. Mm-hmm. So listen, it's not, I won't say, I can't call down robbery and thievery.
Fire!
But I know there have been cases, a lot of cases where a lot of people have been robbed. Right. Because of the same 50-50 thing. They just go in, write it up, send it to another country where you don't know about exists, signing 100%.
Yep.
So all of that money comes back to them and not to you. So you have to be wary of these circumstances. Yeah. That's why you have the international people you need to talk to. See, they make sure reach out to the big manager, them man, and the people there who know how this thing works. And sometimes they don't want to tell you.
Nah, people are very stingy with knowledge.
Themselves, dig for it.
Yeah.
Dig for it, okay? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You need to go out there, ask, request them, and go read the music business book.
No, I see your thing, man.
This business. No.
People holding on to the info.
That's part. Learn.
And amazingly enough, we talk about people doing what they may know or what they may not know. And it's not a Jamaica thing. It happens worldwide. It seems like that has been the original formula. It's like the business was built upon that, and we're trying to. It's almost like slavery, you know what I mean? It's like slavery in the U.S. They don't ever want to admit the fact that this country was built on slavery. You know what I mean? It's like the crazy uncle that they just don't want to admit that he's a part of the family, but that's what happened. And it coming like the same thing with the music is like that's the backbone on which it was built on, and we just have to find a way to break away from that. So I'm glad they send a message to the youth, because they more than any, and trust me, the OGs suffered from it way more than us, because they have some veterans.
It's not something to get upset about, because guess what? If you never did know,
now you do.
Sometimes I saw it go. But if you want to know the things, work it out and make sure so you get where you're supposed to get.
I love that. Power and love, Althea. Power and love. And me have the thing queued up in it, but trust me. Me have it queued up in it. Let me splash this. Let me drop this on the screen, so you know what I mean, for those people, because I want them to pay attention. I think there's something fantastically unique about this song, and it felt project-like to me. That's why I asked you a while ago if there's a project on the way. It seemed like the title, the whole thing, it's an album vibe.
You know what, Gregory? When I was putting together what I thought I want for the video, the original concept, because I'm not singing in it. I'm just being an actress in it, which is also one of my talents, which I have not gone into, because I'm so focused in singing and doing the songwriting and the producing, and it takes up a lot of your time. So you don't really get a chance to go do acting and go learn line and da. So I decided that this song, being that, a lot of people, it's not just COVID people are dying from. They're dying from heart disease, cancer, every kind of thing known to man named disease. They're just popping out of the woods because COVID, I bring it up.
Mhm.
So I looked at it and I talked to the director, and he was saying, no, we make it a little bit more realistic, you
Right.
know?
Right.
And, it's about this lady who is going through having cancer, and she's dealing with it, and her
Right.
husband is also dealing with it, and he's going through crisis and stuff. And we did that, as I said, video movie style. So
Mhm.
I'm actually looking forward to seeing it on May 9th, 2021.
So you haven't seen the full edit yet.
Listen, and I need to go on the YouTube and subscribe.
So you're telling me you don't see it yet either?
Althea Hewitt. Yeah, man, it's gonna be premiered on my YouTube and other places around the world. So
wow. I saw a little clip of it, and it's just crazy when I listen to people talk about certain things. Like you mentioned that just now. When it comes to illnesses, ailments, anything, violence, whatever the case may be, oftentimes we focus on the person that we see going through it, right? So like you mentioned cancer, you talk about the victim of cancer, because of cancer is a rampant disease. So I'm gonna use the word victim, right? So the person dealing with it, but a lot of times the person we ignore is the person that's by the side of the person dealing with it. You know what I mean? Because especially somebody you're loving, or is somebody going through something, you want to remedy it, you want to help them, and you're helpless. So to hear you even speak of that one is dope.
And you know how people can go inside of themselves when they feel like what they're doing, they don't feel like they're doing enough.
Yeah.
When they're right there, in the middle of the excitement. Because I've been there when my mother passed, cancer, and I could see that my father felt
Rest
helpless.
in peace.
Yeah, he felt helpless. Both of them have passed, but
right.
I'm an orphan. You want to take me?
Why?
As I said, it's a thing where you have to keep positive all the time in a mode, but you just have to just try and just look at it in a positive light and say, yeah, things is gonna get better, and that's pretty much all you can do, and pray to God.
I love that. You mentioned the piece that's coming out on May 9th. Me splash a little piece and a little clip. It's a short thing, but I'm gonna give my little piece of what you sent to me. All right. That's I like a squeeze.
There is power in love. Set from above. You know in your heart we can do better. Let's start. Wipe the slate clean. We all wanna live and be free. Let your voices be heard. There is power in love. In love.
Short film. It's like a short. It's like a short film, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm so looking forward to it. And you guys, trust me, you won't be disappointed. As I said, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube and hit the notification bell. So when May 9th, when you wake up, you see it open and ready for watch, please support.
I love it. Now here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna drop a song for them, because we know at least one or two people right now fire button man up on you can't start the thing, right? Let's see here. Peter says, my wife both breast and lung cancer, and it's not pretty. It's something that's going on across the globe right about now. It's the new. I remember. Maybe I just wasn't aware of it, because as a kid, you're not aware of a lot of things. But I remember as a little kid growing up, I ain't know nothing about cancer. I didn't know that thing existed. The major thing going around at the time was HIV and other stuff, hepatitis. I knew nothing about cancer. And then you get to adulthood and you realize that this thing is just ravaging the community.
It's prevalent, man. Why, I tell you, a lot of people going through it, man. It's not a lady, I was in the salon, and this lady said her husband went for the injection, and the man, just before the man just dropped them.
Wow.
And he died. Wow. Just like that. Going for the injection.
For his vaccination.
Boy.
It's sticky. And that's why we got artists like yourself to inspire, because we need it. And you know what? For the people who vex up, I will it no longer. I get them my piece, right? Ladies and gentlemen, Power in Love.
Unity, Chaos, controversy, I'm not afraid anymore. Well, I believe we can achieve higher frequency, the human race in harmony. If you're listening your radio or watching your favorite show, I just wanna let you know you got the power in your hands. There's no black or white, you see. One race, one blood, one destiny. Remember the teachings of our elders, ancestors. There is power in love. Set from above. You know in your heart we can do better. Let's start. Wipe the slate clean. We all want to live.
Had to pull it.
Spiritual unity, chaos, controversy, I'm not afraid anymore. Well, I believe we can achieve higher frequency, the human race in harmony. If you're listening your radio or watching your favorite show, I just wanna let you know you got the power in your hands. There's no black or white, you see. One race, one blood, one destiny. Remember the teachings of our elders, ancestors. There is power in love. Set from above. You know in your heart we can do better. Let's start. Wipe the slate clean. We all wanna live and be free. Let your voices be heard. There is power in love. In love, in love, in love, yes, in love, there is power in love. Stop being fooled by the color of your skin, taught by bullies, tricked and beaten. Your legacy will be seen by generations to come. You insist to remain the fool. Look around to the world, it's beautiful. Are you good? Are you bad? Will you be here when Jah comes? Well, if you're listening your radio or watching your favorite show, I just wanna let you know you are loved. Yeah, yeah. There is power in love. Sent from above. You know in your heart we can do better. Let's start. Wipe the slate clean. We all wanna live and be free. Let your voices be heard.
Althea, we got to large up some folks. Production. Talk to me about production on this one. Who's behind the music, the instrumentation?
You can hear me?
Yep.
All right. Well, I don't know who played on it exactly. I'm sure I got the information, but I don't remember. And I'm not gonna try because you know how my brain feels. Somebody else and get myself in a problem. But Coyote Records is responsible for the production of this tune. And trust me, he was like excited as much as I was when he first. Actually, he was more excited because when I sang it and everything, I sent it to him. I was like, wow, no man, that song here is our number one tune. No, we gotta do a video. Wow. And we have to push it out there, we have, and I was like, and then I started to get a little excited because you don't know. Everybody said, "Boy, you need a number one song. You need another." I was like, when does passion and like the fact that you're gonna run down a number one? I'm not running down number one, I want to make quality music. That's all. I I have a voice, I can write, and I like to do a lot of stuff in this business. And it's not even about appreciation. It's just getting it out there, and hopefully, personally for me, somebody comes back to me and says, why you know Althea, your song been it down the other day and well, your song and just feel lively and I don't know why here. You know,
Right.
I mean, my interest is to uplift people's spirits, right? And I want to heal people. That's the word. That's the best way I could really describe it.
You know, it's amazing. Vocals ain't no question. You know what I mean? Vocally, thing turn up. It loud. You got it. Melodies and the whole nine. But one thing I will say, especially with a song like that, because as I watch the feed go and the messages I get here, is people pay attention to the content, the lyrical content. And I have this conversation a lot to say. People think that nobody not pay attention and I'm just caught up in the rhythm and stuff like that. And give me a nice beat and a nice melody. But the message, what you're saying is quite important because like I said, that's primarily what I hear people talking about here. Talk to me a little bit about the concept of message in the music and how important it is for you.
Most of the times when I write a song, you know, if I don't get a vibe from a rhythm, I'm not about to stress myself. It could be the hypest thing. You know, I'm not into hype. I'm into real. When you put out something that people will come back and say, well, I love what you do and I appreciate it. As I said earlier, I'm all cool with that. And I earned on the Grammy. And I mean, it's good to have these things, you know, but at the end of the day, I want to make sure that when I write a song, I'm writing it wholly from my soul and from my heart. Mm-hmm. And putting it out there, release it to the mass. And you know, the people come in and say, "Why, yeah, man, I like this. I can dance to this. Yeah, man, I can sing with this. I enjoy this song." Why? It full my heart.
Right.
It really. I feel happy, and because I'm a little baby, them, you know, so when we put them out there, yeah, but like people like them hug up and sing and give back the love. I really appreciate that song.
Of course, I love that, man, because I think we need it, and you know, there somehow, some way along the way. Somebody managed to convince artists that the least important part of the work is the message. You know, let's just make a catchy hook and let's make it this way. But when I think about the legends, when I think about the Bob Marleys, and I hate to mention Bob at all because it's very cliche, but the truth is, it's very, very real. When you think about the Bobs and the people who we hold in high esteem, even Barris, though a lot of his catalog is considered love song and lovers rock, but when you think of the message of the music, everything in it is good. It's let me rephrase that. It's great and uplifting, and that's what the world's gravitating toward.
Yeah, man, look at Gregory Isaac.
Oh gosh.
Alton Ellis.
Oh gosh.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
I mean, these people put out some, oh, very well, my weeping willow. When them put in them sing, when them start singing all that tune there.
Yeah.
Why? I mean,
crazy.
Bang,
bang.
Niners. Only you again when she's listen. When them go on and make them and them put in them all. It's not easy. People think that, you know, it's funny. People think it's easy to do these things.
Right. Because they make it look so easy. Yeah.
You understand? Emotion. You're going to record a song. I remember my first day learning how to go into a studio and putting a lot of emotion into a song. You have to come ready, you know, and in that mind, that frame of mind there and focus. Because you can't be singing about and the man shut down the man right there. So you have to have the attitude and everything. You can't just, and the man shut down the man like this. So yeah, no, it's not gonna work out. You have to know what you're doing. So you know, it's a learning process.
You have a connect.
You have to connect. One day, you feel like say you do it good enough. And the producer said, listen, go home. Go home and come back.
and it is what it is. That's how the hits are created and the great ones. You know what I mean? Where I mean, Dwayne Stevens, I've talked to Taurus and I said the same thing. There's some of those hits that we know that the first time they recorded it, they thought they had it. And and Dean Fraser or whomever say, yeah, man, sound good. Now go home and learn it properly and come back. You know what I mean? And then we end up with the hits that we end up with today. It's amazing. It's amazing as we talk about these things because the music itself. I go through my archives right now and I say to myself, which song that we herald as a classic, which song that we herald as great, which song that we herald as one of the mainstays of the culture is not a positive song. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that there aren't songs out there that, just some ill joints and whatever, just for a vibe. But if I use the word classic and if I use the word, a lot of times it's always going to be a message song. It's very rarely you can dig up a song that is not a message song and put it in the word and the vein of something classic. So I don't know why people, would ever be convinced that the message is not as important as everything else. I don't know.
Always is. And the other day they were arguing, especially here in Jamaica, about the kind of music that's been put out from the younger artists, about the whole about gun and the killing and it's sort of, it's like for some young people who go on, it's like it become a part of you. Oh Lord, every day is gun. They might kill woman, and sex. No, but we need a balance. We always need a balance because people don't just listen to those songs. People listen to religious songs. People listen to inspirational songs. People listen to love songs. People listen to conscious songs. So, you have to have a balance as a radio personality to have good music, because actually you're teaching the people. You're like a teacher around the mic and a teacher around the board. So when people see you, I put out and I play your music and whatever you're sending out there, is a projection of you.
Yeah.
And that is what a lot of people don't understand.
Yeah.
When I stand up on that stage and I sing a tune, it's what I know about and what I love and what I see and see happening around me every day. But it don't necessarily mean that I'm going to sing about the man where they get shot 48 times. I remember seeing that already in the news. I'm gonna pass it. I might say, "Whoa, a man got shot today," and everybody was sad all day, and they move on. But I'm gonna sing about the man gets shot 48 times. The man get no, we're not gonna do that. We ain't gonna do because it's like you're riveting other people. Them elders, the man gets shot, and the man no. Just like all of it. Be careful. We have to be careful what we're putting out there, people. We have to. Musicians, singers, producers. We are the people who go on the mic and put down the lyrics and the music. Be careful what you're saying out there in the world, because that is what you're going to see come back to you.
Yep.
Right? It's a give and take situation, action, reaction. That's how it works.
Yep.
So all I'm saying is just be register these things and just tone it down, balance it out, balance the thing.
We need a balance. And you know what's funny too is that we live in the visual age right now. So right about now, not just from the vantage point of art, but also from the point of economics in terms of videos are a lot cheaper now, right? Back in the day, you need a major budget to get a decent video. Now you don't, because the technology's increased, the technology is cheaper, the skills are more accessible right about now, and artists can do it themselves. So when you put out certain music, you put out Power and Love, for example. Power and Love stimulates love, not again, like I said, not even just romantic love. So when you decide to make the optics for this, the visuals for the masses to see, you draw on that song. And that's the reason why we see what we see there, which is somebody caring for somebody, because that's the root of the song, right? So in this visual age, when every song needs to have a video, when you say, like you said, 14 shot in the head and them look at thing there, right? When you do that song, the next step is the video. Right. And then you start seeing these overly graphic videos that are reinforcing whatever the message is in these songs. And that's and the root of it is the song. Right.
Yeah.
So that's what people got to pay attention to. The other day they were talking about banning lyrics on the radio. Right. Gun lyrics and all them things. I have my own opinion when it comes to censorship. But what's your view? What do you think when it comes to the whole concept of banning lyrics?
Ooh, it kind of tricky, It's kind of tricky because an artist is a creative. So you have to, they come up with all these ideas and the rhymes and the melodies, and they're clicking. So it's like, how do you put a cap on somebody's creativity?
Right.
I think if you can have time restrictions, because remember, back in the day, you wouldn't hear so much sexual stuff during the day hours, or even in the night. It have to be after 12, adult time. You understand?
Yep.
So I think everything has a place. So I think, as I said, the balance, we need to know where we are playing at the daytime, because kids pick up things quite quickly. And you have to know, whatever you're selling to the adults, keep it for the adults.
Right.
Keep it for the adults. We can understand certain where you say a word or a statement, certain, back it up and rewind and come again kind of music, jump up and whine and split in the ear. Certain little things. It's adulting. Right. When you say a little child now, I do them something there. Yes.
Where did we get it from?
No, if I had a child, she would be dead. No, what I'm saying. I'm just saying, everything has its place. Yeah. I don't know about the banning of certain people have the right to have them, do them creativity the way them feel like it. But they need to know which part to put them.
Right.
There are brackets and they need to. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
And I agree 100% because I felt the same way in terms of censorship. That's a Pandora's box you don't want to open right there, because the powers that be will capitalize.
Very upset if I said, of course, ban them for ban all of them.
you right? No, your WhatsApp would have blow up. But like you said, time and place.
No.
Time and place.
No. In the name of Jesus.
It's not everything derogatory, and that's the honest truth about it. It's not everything is derogatory. It's just not age appropriate. You know what I mean? Nobody considers alcohol and cigarettes derogatory, then just consider it not for kids.
Exactly.
And it's the same thing when it comes to some of this music. I'm not going to listen to it either way, depending. Allah metal, kill me artist. So let me stop. But the thing,
but you have to decide what are you listening to before you even throw it out.
Yep.
All right. So we wait to hear the music. You have to hear the music first before you say, "Nah, this is not for me."
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't just broad brush the thing, and at the end of the day, it's just what's for radio, because I don't want to have to be switching and censoring stuff. People say nowadays that, I don't listen to the radio for whatever reason. That's one of the reasons too, because just like what you have to skip because whack songs are on the radio, sometimes you got to skip because things aren't lyrically appropriate on the radio too. So that's what the issue is for me. But in terms of censoring an artist, I said, don't say this and don't say that. I'll never go down that road, because I do think that there's a fine line. We talk about, does art imitate life or does life imitate art? You know what I mean? But sometimes the way they're presenting these things is so graphic, and it's like you're kind of painting a vivid picture of how to do ill, and that I have a problem with, because I don't think the Bounty Killers of our day were doing that. But maybe I'm biased, you know what I mean? Because I'm an artist. So
in every form, generation. I mean, listen, they call it worldly music. So Christians, it's just. It don't matter, as long as you're doing something that is not Christian. It's labeled.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you have to understand yourself from this. So
it goes straight from gospel to derogatory. No middle ground.
There's just that. That's it.
Yeah. Wow.
There's not in between.
Yeah. Devil music. You know what I mean? And I'm a grandmother. Grandma, rest in peace. But grandma wasn't trying to hear none of that. She felt the same way. But the thing with my grandma was, it was a temper bias for my grandmother. And if it sang too fast, it no matter what the message is in that devil music. So, but if it was negative and you sing it slow, she might tolerate it, But she didn't. Not grandma. Project Althea, this field project, talk to me. Well, first of all, you already have 3 albums, or is it 2 albums and an EP?
I have two albums. It's Introducing Althea Hewitt from VP Records. Stronger, which I executively produced. The EP is My Black is Strong, that was put out by Artifact Records. So it's I'm still going because we want to do an album, but we're not quite ready yet. I am doing mostly singles for this year and mostly videos. So that's what is prominent right now in the pipeline. Just trying to get videos out there, making sure that people can say, oh yeah, man, I see that. And people may not come in a one or two style, I come in a 5 dozen different style, because I am not, well, I won't say I'm not the norm. I'm just how I see myself going out there, being that I love my R&B and I love my pop and I love my EDM and I love my jazz. And listen, everything is influenced and mixed up like a big box with a whole heap of things tonight. So I can look out for that.
Mad. And I really like that project, the My Black is Strong. You mentioned that one. So I'm going to squeeze off something off of that. In fact, I'll squeeze off the title track for the people. EK say you got to be able to sing along. And that's exactly what it is. Let's roll, ladies and gentlemen. My Black is Strong.
Listen, from promises of 40 acres and a mule, still fighting for repatriation. We are divided, still we move forward. Still, we rise. Hey, yeah, yeah. My black is strong. My black is strong. Nina Simone sang about strange fruits. Remember your roots, please protect the youth. Protect the youth. Lying on our backs, we built pyramid generation. Fighting tribal wars with our prophets and ancestors. My black is strong. My black is strong. Hey, Martin Luther King said that he had a dream. Nelson Mandela, symbol of global peace. Yeah. One black president, Obama, Michelle, the first lady. Proud black queens fighting for a better tomorrow. Rosa Parks sat on that bus with me. Remember Nadia and Bob Marley. My black is strong. So strong. So strong. Ooh, my black is strong. Yeah. Ooh, mama, yeah. Black is strong. Color is not the problem. It is the heart and mind of men. I be just saying, oh, Lord, man a plan, got a wife, and when the rain falls,
My Black is Strong, ladies and gentlemen. That's the name of the EP, and that's the title track. Althea, I love the tune. That's one of my faves too. I see the impact it has on people. When we come from Jamaica, we have our own issues that we deal with, and I always tell people, especially living here in the US, that my empathy goes out strongly to the African American community, which now I guess includes me to some degree. But when it comes to our plight, right, our struggles as Black people in Jamaica, a lot of the stuff that we see from our history books, you know what I mean? Whereas here, great granddaddy's upstairs, our grandpa's upstairs, and grandpa's seen some stuff. So I think as a result, there's more inclination on artists here. You know, you have your jazz artists, your so-called neo-soul artists, some of the hip-hop artists and stuff that focus on that kind of content. In Jamaica, I think we've kind of strayed away a little from that, or you had a little niche market of your Kalanjis and your stuff like that. We talk about that. But how important is it that we reinforce to our folks at home how proud we've got to be? We see all the bleaching thing going. How important is it that we make an effort to get that message forward?
All right, so we're not gonna burn out the bleaching people. Then. We're not make a case. We're not. There are some things that you're not gonna like in a life. That's one of them. And the whole pants strap underneath bottom business. It's like, I mean, everybody, each to his own.
Right.
I always say that. You have some strong people who will stand up and say, yo, that's not right. You're not supposed to do that because your skin is going to be, you're not, if you have as a woman, you're going to have a child, whatever you do on the outside is not going to influence the child complexion when the baby comes out.
Right.
So you doing all of these wonderful things. I don't mind if you're trying to get out the spots there, man. You're trying to have a little clean skin, so, presentation and whatever. But when you got full white like Michael Jackson and just turn red. I mean, like, seriously.
Why is Michael always the go-to when it comes to that?
Yeah, because really and truly, I don't like see it. I don't like see it. Just like how yesterday I walked into the tax office and here's this guy leaving the cashier and his pants. Well, how come they walk like that? Why they walk like that? Like, they're trying to hold the pants without the belt. And I mean, seriously, his whole bottom.
So they have to walk with the foot wide enough for all of the pants,
I'm just saying, why are you doing this to me? Why are you bottom boozling me? I don't need it. I really don't. I don't like see it. When is it gonna stop? That's all I'm thinking in my head.
Right.
Okay, you guys don't need that, really. I mean, we all know the story. The only reason why this style become prominent is because it used to gym is in a jail business when the pants can't fit you and you have to hold it and walk.
Yep.
Right? And when you're tired to hold it and walk, you just let it go because you're tired to hold it up. But I'm just saying.
Jailhouse rock.
Really? But yeah, there are definitely some things that really we take on outside of the bracket, and it fits some, it don't fit some, and that's pretty much it. I wonder if I go up check that's something about having bad.
Shadow Star.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't persecute me.
Shadow Star.
If you bleach out and you feel like it turn up, as them say, your tone and you love it, and be your business. That's not my business. Me not there, and me not help you to do it. So
Yes, sir. I'm out. Leave it be. It's amazing to, because the Bible says judge not, but it's hard for us not to, you know what I mean? Some people get paid to judge, some people just, judging is what we do. And rightfully so, to some degree you're trained to, because I mean, if you're gonna put your kid in a kindergarten and his teacher don't look right, you might reconsider. But we gotta pass judgment. You go to church nowadays, you see some people in church that outside of church you probably wouldn't even link with because they're tatted up and all kinds of stuff. And again, that's about passing judgment. But at the end of the day, it'll never change. People will always be, Junior Gang said, people will be who they are. You know what I mean? Unconditional.
Exactly.
Love with
That's
them.
what I'm saying. I'm saying, no, we can't change that. There's some things you can change and some things we are not going to be able to change. Gotta leave it alone and leave it to the next person or leave it to God. Because God knows what he is doing. Trust me.
I feel you. When the world opens back up out there, which it will, soon won't muck up, I feel it coming, right? What are you looking forward to more than anything else?
What am I looking forward to? I love traveling. I think recently I've gotten a bit what word is claustrophobic about flying in a cabin on a plane.
A cabin fever.
But I enjoy it. I enjoy going new places, learning different cultures, meeting different people, singing to different audiences. And I think I look forward to that. And it's all about just getting the music out there to the mass. So whether it's gonna be in my living room or in some studio where I do a show and I broadcast online, wherever it might be, I think my number one priority in future is to get the music out there, and hopefully produce some more good tracks and singles, and as I said, hopefully do an album in the future. And just go out there and give my 110% best, and hopefully you guys will welcome me as part of your family wherever you are in the world.
Love that. Love that. Love that. Love that. Now we see musically and otherwise, it's like the good thing is I use the word good thing loosely. It's not a Jamaica thing. It's a worldwide thing. Everybody is affected in some way, shape, or form. Right? Creativity to some is stifled, but to other people it's heightened. People are doing what they do. One thing that comes up in conversation a lot is how and what the permanent changes are going to be. We speak now of, people getting acclimated. I personally will never, but people getting acclimated to the virtual space. Watching concerts online. In the past, we'd get a concert streaming from, let's say, Rotterdam or whatever the case may be, but it wasn't the norm. How do you feel that the effects are going to be? What effects do you think we're going to have, permanent or not, when the dust settles when it comes to the music and how we deliver it to people in terms of even virtual performances and whatnot?
I think virtual is going to be the in thing. It's going to be one of those in things. Because remember, not everybody wants to take injection, for one.
Right.
And as I said, like people like me who want to fly but don't necessarily want to fly. Yeah, some people who don't, not like me, but don't like to fly. No, that's all. Just like Bunny Wheeler, so
rest in peace. Rest in peace.
Yeah, he never liked flying at
Right.
all. And what I could say to that is, depending on the time, I guess when you cross that bridge, we'll see what will happen. As I said, with the whole COVID situation, we just waiting to see what is going to happen. Because remember when it come in and everybody was saying, yeah, man, next year. And next year came. And things are still the same.
Yeah.
And so it's the middle of the year as far as I'm concerned. The year is so done.
We're halfway through.
Things are going to open up summer. Things are going to open in November. And the vaccinations is not like said they coming out in Jamaica very fast. Understand? A lot of people like to go away, but they're scared of catching COVID, especially with the new strains of Corona. People are scared, so they would rather stay at home and wait until the air is clear before they step foot off the islands or wherever they might be in the world. Because there's a lot of people in the States who would like to come to Jamaica, in the UK, people in Japan. So much people would like to leave, but they're afraid because guess what? In between leaving there, and reaching, you have the plane, and the plane is closed.
Yep.
COVID on the airplane. So, a lot of people have that kind of thinking, And up to now, we haven't, well, for me personally, we have so many ideas of how to catch COVID. And sometimes you don't even know where you catch it or how you catch it. And so people's like, I've been this clean, I've been doing this, I've been doing it, and you don't even know when it happened. So I guess lay by ear. Let's see what happens. Looking forward to the future, yes. But let's see what happens.
I love that. We've been losing so many of our legends. You mentioned Bunny Wheeler. You know what I mean? We've lost so many. We lose Toots. We lose, last year was a tough one. This year it's carrying on and it's going over into, the hip hop genres. We use DMX. We lose Black Rob, a whole bunch of people. And whenever these things happen, then we start highlight and people start looking at people with reverence that they never looked at when they were here. How important is it out there for us to give the OGs and anybody, just give them their flowers while they're here, because you never know what tomorrow brings.
Yes, we should give them their props. We should acknowledge them. You know, we know how the music go because everybody's interested to see who's the next young act coming out and what's the next big tune coming out. And not all the time you're gonna see these big acts, because when all those other things, because remember, everybody have to give a chance to the younger people that may come up and make them come do them thing and be out. Because as I say, it's all about being at a certain plateau. You might not be recording this year, you might just be doing all the songs you've been doing for the last 2 years and traveling all over the world. And then now to come back now, just like a Toots. Well, not rest him soul too. Come back to just do this last album that he did, which he won a Grammy for. And it's just like that. It's just like everybody, there's always that space in the lineup for something new.
Right.
So we have to give it to, we really have to acknowledge them still. You know, and they do have the programs here and there when they play on the radio or online. I know a lot of DJs who go online on Facebook and Instagram and they play the oldies but goodies, and you know, I sometimes chip in and listen and stuff because it's so good. You learn, even just to listen to them song, you learn so much.
Yeah.
You know, and it is, and the memories come back and all of these things. I know all those people who used to follow all these people that are also in probably the same age bracket or older. And you have the young ones that come up and listen to them too, so them have new fans. So I think, as I said, well, due to COVID, no show, you can't really pick them up the way of how them used to them on the show, them like the Songfest and the, you know, the sun flashes and so I guess yes, we really should give them their props. We really should before they leave us.
Yeah. It's very important. I feel like sometimes we don't do that enough. And you know, other genres of music, we talk about hip hop, we talk about R&B, we talk about pop, we talk about country. That's just the artist's music, and the artist put the music out there, and it generates revenue. It doesn't bring any glory or highlight to the country or the U.S. in any way, shape, or form. Just the artist's work. That's just their job, right? But when it comes to Jamaica and reggae music, reggae is the brand ambassador for Jamaica. Reggae has brought more tourists to Jamaica than anything else, any foreign minister, any tourism minister.
Who can reggae is the greatest music ever.
Yep.
And I'm not bashing R&B and all of those wonderful things, but I'm telling you, when you listen to our good reggae music, we always have to drop. We have to go back to culture and Bob Marley, and you can get it if you really want.
Oh,
you can get it if you really want, but you must try. Try and try, try and try. Listen, man.
You need to cover that. 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 From there.
Out of America. Buffalo soldier. Listen, there is so much good music produced by these reggae legends.
Wow. Wow. Now, being that the music is so, I don't want to say property off, but so instrumental to the growth of the country. Because like I said, the other genres don't necessarily contribute to the growth of their country at all. But reggae is that fuel for Jamaica. Would you be okay with the government or so? Well, you know, should we demand that they get involved and start do a lot more for reggae music, since reggae music is damn near their biggest and strongest brand ambassador?
Well, you know, they have been trying. I mean, February gone, they actually, you know, coordinated. It's a positive effort to put together the Reggae Month. And all the JCAPs, the Javas, the University of the West Indies coming, and they do a lot of topics on the music business and the publishing and everything. And they combined all the elements for you to catch the arts, you know, painting, dancing, singing, everything within the Reggae Month. So, because guess what? It's a tourism product. as far as Jamaica is concerned, well, the Caribbean as well, and as far as Africa, because a lot of people do reggae all over the world, right? So it is a tourism product, but a baseline. I mean, we sing it from our hearts because we're influenced by it and we grew up on it. So automatically, it just become a part of us and we want to sing reggae music. I mean, if I had a choice, I would have gone away and started singing R&B, but being in my father's band when I was younger, he played a lot of reggae music and blues, a lot of blues stuff. And rest his soul, Stephen Hewitt was, he played guitar. Trust me, I used to just love hearing him play at nights, practicing, because he was right next door with the band and stuff. And so I used to just enjoy hearing music being played, not necessarily being sung, but you can hear the musicians sitting down. That's why I wait till Dean Fraser, because trust me, when Dean Fraser, that saxophone, and oh my God, there's so many musicians I rate. Trust me, Bo P, guitarist, he used to do some licks. I'm sure some of the young guitarists now trying to study him right now. So too. There's so many. There's a lot of musicians who have given to this music with or without pay. All them tunes, go in the studio, labor all night, all day, just to get that right.
I don't get it.
Piece of music right this in the interlude. Just play them 4, 5, 6 string or chords or a lot of people make this possible. And I want to give love and shout out to all of the musician family, wherever you are in the world, because I know what it takes. I know what you have to go through. Because as I said earlier, if you're in the studio and you're going to sing about, like my girl was singing about, me love you like mango.
Yeah, Savannah.
Listen, if she never have the feeling, I love that tune there.
Maybe she never have the mango.
Listen, when come and say toast, it's just a thing.
It's just a way, it's a feel. It's a feel.
Bless them, bless them, bless them heart and soul. Let me still I bring on and I bring out the sweetness of the reggae music, and I love that.
I love it. I asked about that too, because I was listening to a podcast the other day, and they were talking about that whole concept of, the benefits that the music bring to the nation. Maybe the nation itself should invest a lot more in the music and stuff like that. But then, there's always the pros and the cons of the thing, because I started saying to myself, boy, wow, that sounds great, Can you imagine the strings that would come if Babylon, we're gonna call it, but if the government had their hands in the reggae music jar? I'm saying to myself, maybe these artists don't want that still.
Because remember now, the other Edward Siaga used to produce music.
Yeah.
And remember, the Rebel Babsy Rage.
Yeah.
She is the one that is the minister of what culture, music, arts, and I think something else. I do sports. But let me tell you something.
Big up Babsy.
They've always had a hand in it. They've always had a hand. And really and truly, we don't have a baseline. We don't have a baseline in Jamaica in terms of a proper foundation. We have societies, we have groups, we have, various people coming together to form corporations too. But there is nothing really solid. Say, okay, we can report through these people and we can, do business through these people. Everybody is to themselves, and every man on them own turf. So it's kind of, it would be great. However, I mean, they help, they do. The government possibly, probably have one or two little grant thing or one or two little something where they put together where what can help the musician or the artists or the dancers or to go to other countries to show their talents and stuff. But it's not maybe I won't say prominent. They need to work together with a corporation, which we need to form,
Right.
which is really not there yet.
Right.
And that's why we have so much problems, because there's no, we can't even stand up together.
Right.
You
No
know?
unity.
So we don't have that, as I said, that unison of people coming together to say, okay, we can go to the people and they can talk on our behalf.
Right.
I would love to see that. And look, we have so much time to put together these things. We have time to get it together. Jamaican people, we need to wise up. There's a lot of money to be made in this. And trust me, there's a lot of money that slipped through the cracks, as you would say. But yeah, we need
and continues to.
We need something. The music of it. We all know the music are going hold up and thing and people are do them something, but yeah, we need representation. We need some form of representation.
You know, it's in conversations, whether here or there, when it comes to the music, oftentimes the focus is on what's not done right or what's not being done right, and the ills that we've, had, the things that befall us on our way. Tell me something about this music, this culture that you like, that you'd hold on to, that you wouldn't change for nothing right about now.
Say when we sing about our ack and our sausage, I was very chicken. I was a mango, and when I because I see a lot of that coming out, especially for summer. You see Shaggy do a song the other day, and you see Sean Paul them, and I see we do like a group song. It talks about Jamaica and how beautiful it is, trying to get back people, because I said, the COVID kind of cut a lot of people flying back and forth. And one of the things that used to draw a lot of people is the fact that we used to have so many shows, even down on the grill, and shows in the summer, so people would come and support it. And January with Rebel Salute. Hey, listen, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. We just have to take our time and build back and ensure that when as I said, the time when it open, we be ready. Trust me. It is it. Jamaica is beautiful. No doubt about it. Jamaica is beautiful. Reggae is wonderful. It's like the two of them was meant to be.
Right.
It's just a beautiful combination. You see the beautiful beach there, and the beautiful mountain, the Blue Mountain, and the Wyeth Falls, and the different white sand beaches, and the grill, and the Ritz Cafe. And there's so many delightful spots, especially in Portland. And for those who like pork and all these things on a Portland.
so I guess it's the natural patriotism for you, because I get exactly what you mean. There's nothing more wonderful than hearing somebody sing about it. It doesn't come alive. I don't think the pictures do it enough justice. I don't think the video footage does it enough justice, as much as when somebody sings about it. And you're so right. I think I've even
and the people them nice too. Some of the people them really, it's not a people.
It ain't no facade.
Everywhere in the world we have violence. Stop watching the news so much and getting into the violent part of it. Trust me, it's not. Jamaica is not about that. We are not about. We don't support it. We don't like it. We don't like how it mash up the whole beautiful country, what it looks like and what it feels like. We have genuinely good people here. We have beautiful people here. And so yes, mega invite them, hopefully. When you want to come setting a foot down here, so come down here to see the wonderful beaches. And listen, the mango them who know I get up there do not taste good.
I'll echo that sentiment.
The mangoes that are here at the East Indian mango and the number and the Julie
mango.
Listen, sweetie, come brush. You guys have not tasted anything
Wow.
Until the land of Jamaica. Trust me.
You see, I talk about the manga, she has stressed me out, you know. I'm not telling no. Yeah, stress me out. I love that song.
We can go.
I love that tune. Big up Savannah, big up Savannah. You know something? I'm gonna squeeze off another tune that I really dig off of your Stronger album, right?
Yeah.
And this is a tune called, you know, I'm not even title to will come back. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into this right here.
Equal rights.
Let's go.
Fairness for all. If you're guilty, yeah, then there'll be justice. No hypocrites now. Not tell no lies. Well, if you're guilty, yeah, then there will be justice. Killing our flesh and blood. Where is your conscience for your brothers and your sisters? What are we fighting for? Yeah, we're crying out, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. My Caribbean people, oh, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. Let's pull it together, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. Oh, oh, oh. After all our heroes have done, history repeats again. Racism, a disease of the mind. Time for it to end. Equal rights, fairness for all. And if you're guilty, there must be justice. We're crying out, oh, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. What's going on in America? Oh, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Out there in Africa. Oh, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Right around the world. Equal rights.
Blessings, Melvin. How's it going?
Fairness for all, yes. And if you're guilty, then there'll be justice. No hypocrites, no. I said, don't tell no lies. If you're guilty, then there'll be justice. Yeah, killing our flesh and blood. Where is our conscience for our brothers and sisters? If I were a boy, even just for a day, I'd roll out of bed in the morning and throw on what I wanted and go. Drink beer with the guys.
I have to drop the acapella first, give pure vocals.
That's a girl. I can't with who I wanted, and I never get confronted for it because it's bigger for me. If I were a boy, I think I could understand how it feels to love a girl. I swear I'd be a better man. I listen to her, 'cause I know how it hurts, baby. When you lose the one you wanted, 'cause it's taking you for granted, and everything you had got destroyed. If I were a boy, I would turn up.
Althea Hewitt, ladies and gentlemen, and of course we're dropping some joints. She's just getting the microphone up on the hole, and we're gonna give you something special right about now for that song that everybody loves so much that we've been dropping on here. We've got you covered. You ready? Let's go.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to my space. I'm Althea Hewitt. Woo! Ruling the way that I move, I breathe your air. You only can rescue me. This is my prayer. If you were mine, if you were mine, I wouldn't want to go to heaven. Cherish the day, won't go astray, won't be afraid, won't catch me running, ruling the way that I move. You take my air, show me how deep love can be. Top wide, top wide. Hey, woo, child. Yeah. Cherish the day, I won't go astray, I won't be afraid, won't catch me running. Oh, cherish the day, won't go astray, won't be afraid, won't run away. Yeah. You feel that? That's a bass line. Yeah. That holds it all together. Yeah, you feel that kick in the back. You show me how deep love can be. This is my prayer. Cherish the day, oh yeah, won't go astray, won't be afraid, no, no, I won't run away, won't shy. Cherish the day, won't go astray, I won't be afraid, won't run away, yeah. Whoa, whoa. No, no, baby, yeah. I cherish the night. Whoa, whoa, hey, I cherish the night. Ooh, yeah.
Fire, ladies and gentlemen. Fire, 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 fire. We told you, man. We're bringing it to you live and direct, right? You get everything. You get a convo. You get a live performance. You get the whole nine. It's almost that time, but you don't know. I have to have her bless it up for you. You know what I mean? As she lowers her mic and gets back to getting back to us. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Althea Hewitt. Let's cherish the day. Mad, not you. Mad. Talk to you about that whole connection vibe. When I mean behind the virtual experience, connecting with them. Yeah, man, that. I felt like I was right up in there. Hold on. I feel like I was out there. I felt like I was up in there, man. I felt like I was up in there.
Listen. I mean, like, it was it's fun for me to perform enough for people, you know. It coming like my house. You know, I call it my living room. But just I enjoy myself and just loving what I do and just singing holy just to make somebody out there in the audience happy. Enjoy what me I sing. That's how my wife does. Listen to the music and getting out the groove and feel and just understand what I'm trying to relate to you, because we need that little break, I back in the day when my manager from 4th Street Sister, he used to say, remember, everybody go to work and they work hard and they have problems. So when them see the art forms, the different art forms, they come to put away that little stress, get rid of that. So you are there to fill that gap, to make them feel relaxed, or excited, or happy, or ball a little bit, or something. But it get rid of that little stress there. With them I walk around with, you know what I mean? So I kind of feel responsible in another kind of way. They feel go out there and give me my all, and then make sure you enjoy yourself. So when you go home, you feel refreshed, you feel renewed, you feel like you can take on the world when you wake up in the morning. So yes, that's how I see it.
I love that. I'm not tell no lie. That made me feel I could sit back and take in a whole concert. So I mean, trust me, right there at the crib, do what you do, put it together. Let me know. I'll live stream it out for you, and we just go on with a vibe, because the energy a while ago was nice, and I know the masses was feeling that one for it. That was Cherish the Day, produced by Aqua Gem Records, of course. Clive, Mr.
Yeah,
Clive
definitely. Donald Davidson, he be like, sing a cappella. I'm a sing a cappella. I'm a sing. All right. Whoa, I open my eyes this morning. I know that I am blessed. I want to dance. Yes, I want to sing. My heart is overflowing with joy, love, and happiness. There is so much things to say. I'm a building, yeah. I'm gonna be stronger. I'm a fighter, reaching higher to where I've never been before. I'm gonna be stronger. I'm a fighter. I'll make my stand. Here I am, because I am number one. But me say no, you are number one. Big up yourself, Donald. Big up yourself. Thank you so much. He has produced so many of my singles, and he was part of the whole VP signing and everything. Thanks to him. Even that song that you played first, At Your Best, You Are Love. Yeah. He also produced that. He produced Cherish the Day and so much more. Right. He has done a lot of, we have done a lot of production together. So thanks to that, man. Big up yourself.
Dope producer. He's daughters for me. That's Clive Davidson. You know what I mean?
Lord,
I love it. That's Clive Davidson. And of course, the beautiful background vocals is Althea Hewitt. So thank you. I'll say this. I'm gonna say this for the masses out there that's tuned in right about now. They need to go ahead and grab the catalog, because it's a beautiful, beautiful body of work. And any engineer you're working with, them need to cut at discount.
I do the engineering.
Are you doing it?
I do my engineering at home. So but of course, when I go to other studios and stuff, I don't actually prefer people being in front, so I can, give you directives sometimes. You know what you want, but another person being in the room actually does help. And don't fight with the producer. They're only trying to do their job.
Everybody's got a job to do. Yep.
If you know what you want to do with studios, fine. It's great, because we have some artists that they know when they walk in that studio and they lay them tracks down. Them don't need nobody to tell them a thing. Them know exactly, because of most likely experience. So they're okay, but you're gonna need it at some point in their life where somebody can say, you know, this might sound better. You might think it sounds good, but they might hear something that is totally different, and that helps you to grow as well.
I love that. I love that. I love that. Well, before we get up out of here, first of all, from me to you, thanks. Thank you so much for vibing up with us. But drop the social media for the masses. I can't believe the time has gone by already, but drop the social media for the masses.
Yes, we've been here a while. It's been a minute. Okay, so everybody out there in the world, it's your queen, Althea Hewitt. You cannot last me. Let me spell my name for you. It's Althea, Althea Hewitt, Hewitt. Now we get over that. YouTube, Althea Hewitt. Instagram, Althea Hewitt _. Twitter, Althea Hewitt. LinkedIn, Althea Hewitt. What else? TikTok. All you name them, I'm on them. And if you can't find me them ways, just go on Google and put my name in Althea Hewitt. Trust me, you will find me. I also have a website. It's www.altheahewitt.com. Remember the spelling now. All right. We're good. And bless up to all of you people out there working yourself down to bits on the front line. Oh my God. You have been a blessing to all those you have helped. And you're doing great. Don't worry about it. Your blessings will come tenfold. Keep doing what you're doing. And I know all those taxi people out there who's listening, all those people who are delivering stuff left, right, and center all over the world, people them on the telecommunications side of things where they have to be delivering and explaining things to people. They had to be still working.
So true.
You know, there's so many people
So
who
true.
had to keep going, leave them house and Lord Jesus is coming. Bless your heart. Bless your heart. Thank you. Thank you, all of you. If I don't mention it, it's not because I forget, but I know this thing is coming to an end. So may I have to say thanks to Gregory for having me. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure. I know me like your company. So don't forget me now. Don't make it stay too long. Yes.
We won't. We won't.
You know, I was saying on my interview that my alter ego is Spice. Because I love Spice, right? I wish we could have did broke out like her and shake up my little butt like that. You know, I just love her. So many people. Can I tell you, I listen to so many wonderful singers, DJs. Yeah, man, big up and respect to everybody in the music business. Go on, do what I do. It will pay off one day, and you will trust me. Just do it the way I love. Not just do it for the likes or just do it for money. Right. Do it from your heart. Do it from your soul. You know, and people will. It's believable. Make it believable.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And sincerely, thank you so much. Keep dropping the music. I love it. All right, the masses love it. I've never dropped the Althea tune and not gotten the same response. People just dig what you do. It's a natural, pure vocals. We don't get that every day. I really personally feel say engineer them for cut your break on the bill because they're not doing much work. You know what I mean? Then it's a hit record straight up. But but keep doing what you're doing. And again, I thank you so much. On May 9th, when that video drops, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you're subscribing to Althea's channel so that you're aware of it. But once it comes out, I'll also get the video and I'll make sure I play it on here for the masses because I dig everything about it. And again, thank you so very, very much. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye, guys. No flow.
Take it easy. We're rolling out with this. Peace. We'll catch up.
Gift of love that you've given me drives me to be who I want to be. You give me strength and encourage me to go on. No matter where, no matter when. I know on you I can depend. I can call on you, my friend.
Nakikinika sa música, Homegrown with G. Cole.
Estás escuchando Homegrown con G. Cole.
您现在正在收听的是 Homegrown with G. Cole.
You're listening to Homegrown with G. Cole.
So I can touch the sky.
Clementine, Pizza, Clive, everybody.
Yes, I'm humbled by the
Pearly Mae, Julianne, Mish, Hope.
I see the moon and makes
Appreciate y'all big time, man. Trust me, means a lot.
presence surrounds me everywhere I go, and all my troubles disappear. Then I close my eyes and say a prayer for the world. I'm happy that you're here. You are my own. You make me whole.
Indeed, she is such a humble soul, not true? For such a wonderful ball of talent, she is a humble soul.
You lift me up.
Big true, not true, Beverly?
Oh, I can go on and on and on. Hey, yo.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate y'all, all right?
So
It's my time. I gotta go. Big up everybody listening in on Jamaicans.com. Remember, the podcast Homegrown with G. Cole is available everywhere. iTunes, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Radio.com, YouTube, wherever you listen to podcast. We're there. Please go ahead and check out the podcast. Also, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Homegrown with G. Cole, all right? Again, it's a vibe. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. Oh, by the way, tomorrow for the midday link up, you know something, Melvaton, before I even said that, you just say a while ago, remember, put this on the screen because you are so, I get a vibe. I'm not going to use the term she sounds like, but I get a vibe of a Cynthia Schloss when I hear, you're right. You're so right. I remember, who was I talking to? I think it was Clive. I was talking to her and I was like, yo, she gave me a Cynthia vibe. You know what I mean? Which is a hell of a compliment because, you know, Cynthia is awesome, man. Is awesome. So tomorrow, 1:00 Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to be chopping up with Mr. Vegas. We got some things to talk about, man. Mr. Vegas is going to be here 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? We're going to be chopping it up for the whole hour. Mr. Vegas is my guest. We're going to get some things off. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate y'all big time. Remember, tomorrow, hit us up. Same place, same time. It's going to be a vibe. I got to roll, though. Keep it moving. Keep it grooving. It is Homegrown.
No, I don't want no scrub. Scrub is a guy. Get no love from me. Hanging on the pesticide, best friends right. Try to holler at me. No, I don't want no scrub. Scrub is a guy. Get no love from me. Hanging on the pesticide, best friends right. Try